G'day guys, it's been absolutely pissing down rain here in Sydney, so I haven't been doing much riding at all. But there's a little bit of a break in the weather at the moment where it's just turned to light sprinkling, so I'm going to use this time to warm up the bike and do an oil change on it. So hopefully it doesn't start absolutely pouring when I'm on my ride, but I'll only warm it up for 3 to 5 minutes and come back and then drop the oil out of it just so everything gets turned around and then all the bad stuff comes out, I suppose. So let's go for a ride. Okay, so guys, for this it's probably easier to come from the left side of the bike and then straight underneath. Here you can see this is the little drain plug here, and just the filler hole is on the other side of the engine. So I'll pop you down there, and just to catch it we'll be using your standard Powerade bottle straight under there. I have a bit of cardboard down on the floor for any spills as well, so we'll just try and get this off. It's pretty tight. Okay, there we go. So we just use the little socket to, I guess, break that lock grip on it. And now we can use a little spanner and now our fingers, which you want to be really careful not to burn yourself if you've got the bike up to a very, very warm temperature. There we go. Oh, shit. And then we'll just stop it there. As you can see, this is just such a clean job. Well, how good. So this engine here is rated to take between 800 mils up to a litre of oil. I think I pulled out just under 800, so it was running a little bit low. I did a full 600 ml bottle here and just a little bit down the bottom of this one. It's very simple. Now I'm filling it back up with oil. Just one thing to note, however, is this little washer on this bottom plug needs to be replaced after every second oil change as recommended by Honda. I think the washer starts to get a little bit squished or bent out of place, and oil can start leaking out of the bottom. So I'm pretty sure today is this bike's first ever oil change. It's only on 1500 Ks, so we'll just put that back in, doing it up to whatever tightness is required. I'll get that info out of the books in a sec. When filling up the engine, all you do is just take out the dipstick. You want to put it somewhere nice and clean, not where it's going to have any dirt or sand on, so my rag with the old oil is fine there. And usually people would use a funnel. I choose to use this cup, which the inside looks dirty but it's actually very clean. You want to make sure if you're using a cup it's going to be clean, because anything in here is going to end up in the engine and end up prematurely wearing out the components. So you can use one of these or a funnel. I like using one of these because it has the measurements actually written down the side. It just means you're not going to overfill it, because if you overfill it, you then have to take all the oil straight back out the bottom again, which is a bit of a waste. So yeah, I'll probably fill this up to about 700 mils, pour it all in, put the dipstick in, check where my oil level's sitting at, and go in increments of 50 mils from there on. So let's get started. So today my oil choice is the Newlon semi-synthetic 10W40 high performance oil. It's just in the 5 litre bottle. It costs about 50 bucks from Super Cheap Auto. There were two main factors which made me buy this one. The first being that it is MA rated, so it's for motorcycles. Then the second factor is also that its APR rating is SN. I'm pretty sure it's got a minimum rating of SG for this bike, so SN is just higher performance. It's going to work a little bit better at keeping everything nice and lubricated. So another thing as well with this oil, Newlon makes sure that they disclose all the info on the back as well. So it tells you here that it's allowed with motorcycles with a wet clutch, which this one does have. So that pretty much just means that oil is also going to be in and surrounding your clutch. So it's just going to be better formulated to keep your clutch working better and cleaner. Okay, so this Newlon stuff is a bit of a brown colour. I know other sort of oils can be more red. Okay, so that actually turned to crap real bad. The tripod fell over, so I'll just hold the phone. Honda actually says you can drop the plug in and not actually screw it in all the way to check your oil level. So here, it's coming up about halfway between the upper and lower indicator. So that's pretty good. We can now screw that in all the way and we'll see the oil level will show higher, obviously, so much closer to the top extreme. To the upper extreme, sorry. Now what you need to do next is just start her up, take her for another 5-minute ride, come back and check your oil level. And you may need to fill it up a little bit more just once all the oil gets spread around through the engine and the clutch and whatnot. Yeah, so the bike starts good, it's not blowing any smoke, and it's still in one piece, it hasn't blown up, so the oil change went well this time.